before we head off, I've added to my spectacular movie collection with this Sean Connery 007 4K collection, all 6 movies. Looks bloody beautiful. Also Lethal Weapon, this came out last week in the UK. Very nice. Anyway, let's go watch F1. Also from, well, actually, Warner Brothers distributed it. It's made by Apple, but still, they're involved. They're having a big year this year. So I managed to watch F1 on release day. Thankfully, I was off work on that specific day. It timed really well. Watched it in IMAX with a crowd full of people. It was amazing. Today I'm watching it again, this time in 4DX. I thought to myself, I watched it in IMAX. It sounded incredible. It looked incredible. And there were plenty of scenes where it looked like you were there with the driver. Like, it was so immersive. It was so good to watch. Some of the camera angles were amazing. And a lot of the racing was just incredibly filmed and really well done. And I thought to myself, how cool would that look in 4DX? How cool would that look in 4DX? So I'm just like, you know what? I got to go back to City World. Because I got membership, obviously, it's going to act like I'm sponsored or whatever, but I'm not sponsored. It's just that I got membership at Cineworld, pay like 20 quid a month, and I get all these movies that I can watch for free. Well, with 4DX and IMAX, got to pay extra 5 quid per movie, but that's still like £15 off. The point is, because I pay for this, I get to watch a lot of movies for like a really low price, and I save a lot every year, so it's just, it's extra nice. I can just go and watch these without paying extortionate ticket prices. But anyway, yeah, F1 in 4DX should be great. I should probably book my ticket because the movie's in 15 minutes and it's still popular. It made a lot of money this weekend, in the first weekend I heard. So I'm very excited, and hopefully I can get a seat near the back. I had the chance as well to look at a lot of reviews since it came out, and it's mostly positive, but the negative ones are mainly from like F1 fans, and I've been an F1 fan since I was a kid. My first impression of F1 was watching as a kid, watching Michael Schumacher drive a Ferrari. And that's the reason I'm a Ferrari fan. I've been a Ferrari fan ever since, because Michael Schumacher in a Ferrari was my first impression of watching F1 as a kid. Because it used to be always on like ITV or BBC every single weekend when I was a kid. Not anymore, obviously, it's all on Sky now. But when I used to watch that on Sundays, Michael Schumacher's Ferrari, that was the car I liked watching. So that was amazing. So since then, obviously, I've been an F1 fan for a long time. And there's a lot of F1 fans, a lot of diehard F1 fans that have been fans all their lives, that probably didn't like the movie as much, and it's partly because it's just not realistic in the way it's done. And yes, there's plenty of things that happen. There's a few things that happen on track and sometimes off track that are just not, they wouldn't happen in real life. You know, there's definitely some over exaggerated things and just things that just wouldn't happen. So I do get that, but it's still a fictional story. It's still a story, that's all it is. And I feel like if you just view it as something fictional, I think it's still fun, and it sounds and looks amazing. The races are great. All the racing sequences are just amazing to look at. So that's really awesome. But I think it just looks and sounds great. I think the story's good, and I think the actors do a great job of portraying their characters, which makes it better. And the racing is just so immersive. And yes, there are things that happen that like don't make sense sometimes, but I feel like if you just view it as a fictional story, it's a really enjoyable film. It's very Hollywood, of course, but you know, I still like it. I still like it, even though there's things that don't make sense. I still like it quite a lot. I really do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this movie that I really like in 4DX, and it's going to be incredible. Let's do this. We are out here. I said I liked the movie. I said I really liked the movie. I bloody love the movie, to be honest. I really do enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I would love to see it in Dolby Vision as well, but that requires going to Leicester Square, and I don't have like any time this week aside from today and tomorrow, and even next week. And then by then there'll be other movies out, and plus it's like 30 quid a ticket for Dolby. But I'd love to see it there. if it's still available there in like a month, I might check it out. But yeah, movie time was 3 minutes ago. There'll be adverts, of course, but some of the trailers will be in 4DX, so I would not like to miss that. So let me get in. And yes, there were seats available. They were available, so that is good. It's not fully packed out, just mainly in the middle. So not as much of an atmosphere, but it's going to be great in 4DX, I'm sure. It's got to be, right? Surely. It seems like it's perfect for 4DX, actually, just the type of movie it is, and hopefully I'm right about that.
You know, we've all seen this one before. This is where I jump into a conveniently parked high-performance getaway car.
Well, that was really fun. I feel like it's been a while since I've been in 4DX. I don't remember the last time. It must have been this year, but I just can't remember. It just feels like it's been ages. So as soon as we got straight into the trailers, and they had 2 previews for Jurassic World, and the 4DX effects were crazy. They're just throwing us about constantly for a few minutes, and for the Superman trailer as well. Then there was like a Andrew Garfield Sky Glass advert, and it's just an advert for a Sky subscription. And that had 4D effects. Getting water sprayed at us just instantly. But yeah, the F1 movie is great in 4DX. The racing effects are incredible. There's not much 4DX effects outside of the racing. There is a couple things here and there. But yeah, you really feel it. And I'll tell you more when I get home. I'm getting a lift back, so when I get back, I'll tell you more. But it was good. It was damn good. It was worth it. It was incredible. So yeah, as I was saying, the 4DX effects were really good. Like really bloody good, especially, obviously, I mean, I say especially in the racing. It was really like only in the racing, which makes sense. You're not going to expect 4K. Why am I saying 4K? You're not going to expect 4DX in, you know, dialogue scenes and drama scenes, etc. But there's a few bits of effects in 4DX in some non-racing scenes as well that I noticed. Another part as well during the race, during the pit stops, at least for, I don't think for every pit stop, but for at least a couple pit stops, you kind of feel like hit in your back when they like replace the tires. It kind of like matches the sound, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, when you're in the racing scenes, I said it was immersive. It's even more immersive like this. You're being shaken about everywhere. It's really well done. Like, I feel like, because at my local City World, the 4DX machines used to be quite loud. They kind of fixed that issue now. I can't even hear the machines going, which is great, because I've seen so many 4DX movies where the machines are almost as loud as the actual movie, and sometimes you don't even hear some of the scenes in the movie because the machine's so loud. The machines, I could barely even hear them, but apart from when it was spraying water, like you get sprayed with water sometimes. Wind was a big effect, because obviously sometimes you'd be in the seat of the car, and he'd be chasing someone in front of him, and you feel the wind. You kind of feel the dirty air, shall we say. You feel the wind coming at you as he's chasing from behind. It's really cool, really cool. There's a lot of dramatic scenes. You get shaken about a lot. You get tilted side to side quite a lot, depending on, you know, what type of overtake it is or what type of corner they get into. There's so many different 4DX effects. There's quite a few different ways that these 4DX effects works. When you see these racing sequences, sometimes it depends on the corner, like what you feel sometimes depends on the corner. And the very last lap, obviously I don't want to spoil it, but the very last rap, I can't even speak properly. I'm a little bit tired, I'm sorry. But the very last lap of the movie, right? The very last lap of the movie, I really like how the 4DX effects adapted to it. Because like the very last lap of the movie is very different to every other lap you've seen in the film. It's a very unique feeling, right? And the 4DX effects just match that completely. Like, it's like, even with the 4DX, it's like you've not felt this sort of feeling throughout the entire film, apart from the last lap. The way it adapted, it really suited the final lap really well. I feel like it really matched the final lap's energy, and it really worked. I was just like, damn, this is cool. This is really cool. But yeah, that was just the last lap. But all the other racing sequences, it was absolutely beautiful, brilliant to watch. And when certain like crash scenes happen, that's not really a spoiler because there's crash scenes in the trailers. But when certain crashes happen, you feel it. You know, you don't feel it like you obviously don't get thrown over everywhere, but what I mean by you feel it is the 4DX effects calm down. They're still there, but they calm down enough to the point where you still feel the impact of the crash, which is, it's hard to explain it beyond that, but at least hard for me to explain it anyway. I'm sure someone else could explain it much better, but when certain crashes happen, the way the effects calm down enough to make you feel the weight of the scene is really good. So yeah, there's plenty more things I could probably say, but Yeah, it's really good. I was just like, I remember watching it in IMAX and the sound was amazing, still sounded great in 40X. I just thought some of these scenes when they're racing, like it's really like you're in the car with them sometimes. And even when it doesn't feel like that, it's the way it's filmed with all the different camera angles and the way they show everything. I was just like, this is a nailed on banger of a 40X experience. So because of that, because I thought of that, I thought I'd go today. And the experience did not let me down at all. It was absolutely incredible. It was absolutely incredible. It was a great movie for 40X, a great movie for IMAX as well. Anyway, I got a big change coming up next week. I look forward to sharing that with you. I've already shared that with some of my friends, some of my subscribers. I look forward to sharing what's going on next week. Also, this week, I'm going to an event, and some of you probably guess what that is, considering some of the vlogs I've done on here in the past few years. But yeah, I look forward to that as well. And yeah, this is the last vlog until then, I guess. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. My rating, obviously I gave a 9.2 for the movie last Wednesday. My rating for the 40X is a 9.5. It was damn good 40X. Probably my favorite 40X since when I watched the Batman, even though that's like a different experience. When Batman was beating people up, I could feel every hit in the back of my in the back of my seat. So that was like a cool experience for me because I love Batman. This is probably a better overall experience than Batman. It's more fun as that's a 40X experience. But yeah, it's the best I've experienced in a while. And I've seen some good 40X. This is the best in a while, I feel. Although, admittedly, I don't normally watch 40X for the first time with films. I normally rewatch movies in 40X because I feel like for a first-time experience with 40X, you can miss some things. You're more likely to miss some things, even though you're having fun. So, admittedly, I only go in 40X if I want to rewatch. So, there is also that. But yeah, great film. Goodbye.